name is Sewell, and I'm a Gallup-certified Strengths Coach. I'm happy to be back with you again today on today's topic. We are going to be talking about understanding our emotions. So when you think about your emotions, you might think about how you're feeling. You might be considering, are you happy? Are you sad? Are you mad? Typically in our Western culture, that's where we live with regards to our emotions. We feel if we can label it with a single word that we're good to go. I'm going to take you through an experience today that digs a little bit deeper. In his book, Permission to Feel, Dr. Mark Brackett discusses how important it is for us to identify our emotions beyond its one-dimensionality. And what I mean by the one-dimensionality is when somebody comes up and says, "Hey, how are you doing today?" Oftentimes the response is, "Okay, I'm good." That's about it. It lies flat. So when you think about that, it's just kind of hovering in the air. How can we really know how we feel if we can't articulate exactly what it is that we're feeling? My top 5 strengths are learner, intellection, relator, input, and connectedness. And I'm curious to know if knowing my strengths, really discovering them, really embracing them, helps me to be able to quantify and articulate the emotions that I might be feeling right now. During this time of COVID-19, the emotions are running the gamut. We are mad, sad, we may feel depressed, we might be crying and not know why. We might just have this energy that's boiling inside and we just don't know what to do with it. I'm hoping that our time together today will help you channel that energy towards an understanding of your emotions in a release that I like to use, which is in poetry form. So I'm going to take you through a step that might help you write a beautiful poetry to express how you're feeling during this season of COVID-19. Let's go. I want you to write down one of your top 5 strengths. Now I want you to think about a time when that particular strength was at play. Maybe it was a positive experience, perhaps it was a negative experience, but you knew that you were really in the height of that strength. Think about it. Close your eyes if you need to imagine yourself back in that moment. Now I want you to think about your senses. What does the experience look like? What color is it? What images do you see? And take a moment to write those down. Now, if you can, dig into the sense of smell. Continue with your eyes closed. What do you smell in that experience? Is it coffee brewing? Breakfast cooking? Flowers wafting? What is it? And write it down. And what do you hear? The tiniest sounds, the loudest sounds, imaginable sounds. What does it sound like to you? And write those words down, short words, phrases in that moment. And now get into the sense of touch. What do you feel, whether externally or internally? Do you feel the tabletop? Do you feel the ground under your feet? Do you feel an uncertainty inside your heart? Write those down. Now, what about taste? Again, it goes beyond just the taste of bitterness or sour, sweet. It could be those things, but is it something more? Do you taste resent? Do you taste fear? Digging in deeper, how are you feeling in that moment? What are you tasting? What are you smelling? What are you seeing? And what are you hearing? Now I'm going to give you a moment to survey those words. And using that accompanying sheet that's linked below, I want you to identify an emotion. What are you feeling in that moment in time? And write it down in the space provided. Now I'm going to take you through transferring those concrete senses into poetry to help you really lock in on how you're feeling in the moment. So you'll need those sentence frames that are there attached in the document, and we're going to transfer over your feelings. Let me show you how that's done. For me, I used my strength of connectedness. It's one that I lean into, and I'm wondering, how am I feeling with regards to connectedness during this season of COVID-19? I thought about an experience a few years back when I was at the beach. What it smelled like, what it felt like, what I heard. And what you'll see next is what I came up with in my sentence frame. If you want to dig in further, join me next Tuesday from 3 to 4 as we dig in deeper into our strengths, as we experience this together in uncharted territory. I look forward to seeing you then, and until then, please know that embrace your emotions, identify them, and know that you are beautifully constructed as you because you are able to feel and express the emotions that you have. I'll see you next time. I'm Janet Sewell, and I'm a Gallup-certified Strengths Coach.
Connectedness. Connectedness is the colors of the rainbow, the intersection of lavender and periwinkle dancing across the sky. It is orange sherbet ice cream swirling among sunset clouds. It is the sounds of laughter and waves curling around my toes. It's the taste of sunscreen and salt on my lips at the end of the day. It is warmth and togetherness swapping memories around a campfire. During this season, connectedness is longing and grieving.